Hello everyone, today I've just got a video about my top products for bronzing or contouring, because some of them are more for bronzing, some of them are more for contouring, but they all kind of do similar jobs. And I'll just go through them. A lot of them are kind of like small sample sizes because I don't get through much bronzer. So yeah, that's why they're still the small samples and I haven't had to buy the full size. So I'll just get started. And the first one is the more contouring product, and it's MAC's Harmony Powder Blush. And it's totally matte. And it's just this kind of light brown. And yeah, this is basically a contour powder, so it's not as like orangey bronze, it's like not really for bronzing. I'm going to try and swatch them, like, and compare them all on the back of my hand. But yeah, I really love this. It's a really nice natural looking one, and it can go pale skins as well as like darker skins. So yeah, that's really nice. Next is one that I got as like a gift with purchase, and it's the Clarins Duo Soleil Bronzing Duo in number 10 Bright Sun. And it comes in this lovely gold packaging. I think this is just like the small sample packaging. I think it's slightly different in the full size. And then you get these two colours. And what I love most about this duo is the texture of the powders. They're the most soft, buttery powders I've ever felt in anything. They're just amazingly soft. Like, just the feel of them like that is just so soft and buttery. And they're just both like this. I'll put them side by side here. I don't think I would have enough room on my hand to do all these. So that one's the bronzer and that one's the light one. As you can see, I could actually use that as a face powder, like I said. And that one's much more bronze. And they're both really nice and soft. They come out really naturally, and you can like blend them really easy because of how soft they are and how finely milled they are. And it's just so lovely. Yeah, I don't only reach for that actually a lot, but I should reach for it more. Next is one that's more of like a blush bronzer. And it's actually in this little Benefit like trio. This is Dallas. It looks really brown there, but in real life it's kind of like more of a reddy brown. So it's really good as like a blush, like a bronzy blush. And for months and months and months, this was my absolute go-to blush. I do find that I always return to it because it's so nice and really natural on the cheeks. And you can wear it in winter and it still looks absolutely gorgeous. That's it on the bottom. It's more blush-like than the others. And yeah, it's really, really nice. You can just use it in the kind of contour area and it just looks like kind of like a blush and contour in one. So it's really, really handy and dead easy to use and absolutely perfect. Next is the only cream one I've got, and you know by now that I absolutely love this, and it's the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel. This is just amazing, and this is what I go to every day. Even though I do love all the others that I've mentioned, this is just amazing. It's my absolute favourite. A little swatch on the back of my hand. Some people say it's orangey, but I kind of get where they're coming from. But like, to me, it always looks absolutely fine when it's on. And it's so like easy to like lightly apply it. This is it at the top. It does look quite orangey there compared to the rest. But like when you apply it, you can apply such a small amount that you can just get away with it on really light skins. And on tan skins, it's just amazing. The cream bronzer just looks so much more natural. Like, even if like on days like today, when I'm just wearing tinted moisturiser, this is just really nice because it just like sinks in and just looks like part of your skin. You don't look like you're wearing hardly any makeup. So it's just lovely. The next are two that are kind of similar, but I do love both of them. I'm still unsure as to which one I would repurchase. The first is Benefit's Hoola, and I've only got this tiny little sample size, but I'm still like not even halfway through it. Yeah, and it's just, again, a bronzer, obviously. This one isn't orange at all, I don't find. And I need like as little orange in my bronzer as possible because I really just hate the orange look. This is a really soft powder as well, kind of similar to the Clarins one. Okay, so this is Hoola. As you can see, it's darker than some of them. I wouldn't count these two as very dark. These are the Clarins ones, but this one is quite dark. So I think you do have to have quite a light hand with it, because as you can see how dark that is compared to my face. If I just went full on with a brush in there and just whacked it on my cheeks, it would look a bit ridiculous. But because it's not orange, it's a really nice contour colour if you use a light hand. So yeah, I do have to be more careful with that. So it's one for when I've got time to be more careful, whereas the Chanel one I can just whack on This one I've got to be a bit more careful with. So it is really, does really give a nice effect and a lovely colour to the skin. But I do use more on like nights out and stuff when I've got more time and can be bothered to make more effort. And the next one is NARS Laguna, which I've got in this little duo. And I really want the full size of this, so I think this might be the one I purchase out of them too. And it's obviously this one here, which you can see I've used a lot more than the blush, which I'm not really a big fan of the blush, but that's a different story. But yeah, Laguna bronzer is absolutely beautiful. Like, I really didn't understand the hype before I bought it. Like, when everyone hyped it up and said how amazing this was, I was thinking, it's just a bronzer. Because in the past I've just used cheap ones. And I was just like, bronzer's not for me. I'd use like really cheap orangey glittery ones, and I much prefer these. These are all matte, almost all completely matte, which is what I love about them. And this is Laguna, and as you can see, it's slightly lighter than the Hoola, which I think is what appeals to us a bit more. I do love them both, but this one just matches my skin tone perfectly and just looks so natural. Again, even when I'm pale, I can use this and not be too worried that I'm going to make an absolute mess. It'll never look orange, I don't think, at all. Like, it's never looked orange on me, and it's just amazing. Yeah, so they're my bronzers. I think my favourites are the Chanel one for all the time, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do with this in the winter. My favourite for the winter would probably be the MAC or the Clarins ones, because they're the two lighter ones. This one's really good for contouring all year, and I think this one will be a good bronzer for winter because it's really light. My favourite blush one would definitely be the Benefit, and I think NARS will definitely be my next repurchased because I think it's probably my favourite powder bronzer out of all of them. Yeah, so that's them. Yeah, so I hope this has been helpful if you were looking for any bronzers. I know it's quite a fast video, so yeah, thanks for watching everyone. I'll see you later. Bye!